Hi, my name is Leigh-Anne Barreira, and I'm an economics major at Syracuse University. Today I'm going to talk about lottery and the advertising of lottery. So let's start with a question. How often do you play the lottery? Have you ever played the lottery? If so, you have contributed to the $70 billion per year industry. So as you are being taxed by the state governments, do you feel as if you are cutting off another check to the government, or are you simply entertaining yourself with a risky and enjoyable game? Think about all the tax evasion and loopholes that the wealthy use just to get out of this basic duty. And what better of a way to get that money back into the government than with a fun and, shall I reiterate, optional game? Lotteries are excellent ways to provide funding for all sorts of different benefits, such as local school districts, environmental protection, rent rebates, free transit systems, low-cost prescription drugs, long-term living services, jackpot winnings, and marketing and operations. So you may be thinking, as James Stearns also thought, isn't it ironic that we are teaching our children to work hard and earn money while we fund these schools with gambled money? But my question to Stearns is, do you have a better idea that will lead to the prospect of $3.3 billion a year to fund education? I don't think so. The strategy of funding school districts makes lottery participation much more justified and logical. So as you scratch off that dollar lottery ticket, you don't have to wonder who you are harming as you indulge. The worst that can happen is that you lose your dollar and it goes right back into funding for various social implications. So let's see exactly how this money is distributed from the New York State Lottery. So as you start with your $1 lottery ticket, it moves to the retailer. And this retailer makes approximately 16 cents off of this ticket. Then from here, it goes to the lottery commission. And this lottery commission only makes about 1 cent off of this. Then it goes into the public education system, which also goes into the state general tax fund, which makes about 39 cents off of this $1 purchase. Then the money is distributed to other places, like for prizes and taxing from the government, which makes up about 43%. And then from here, unclaimed prizes go right back into this state general tax fund. So as you can see, most of the money comes right back into the public education system and taxing. Still not convinced? Let me ask you this. I'm sure you have gone to a fair or a charity event where there is a raffle. The purchase of one raffle ticket is $1, and with that ticket comes the chance to win a fancy gift basket with various gift cards and treats. But say you don't win this raffle. Are you really that upset? Your dollar has just gone to a charity of your choice, and now they can benefit from your donation. So indulge, because why not? Who is being harmed? So now that the logistics of lottery funding are understood, let's draw our attention to how this became possible. As states have different societal problems, marketers must use different strategies to appeal to these different regions. For example, if some states suffer from hunger and starvation, while other states suffer from obesity, does it make sense to give every state more food for their people? Of course not, because like in this example, different regions have different societal problems that need to be targeted individually. So the brains behind the lottery campaign said, hey, let's target our advertisements by states so that the residents can connect to these problems and solutions in our advertisements with successful appeals. There are a wide range of appeals, but let's focus on ethos, pathos, and color appeals. Pathos is the emotional appeal, which is typically represented by connections and direct representations of societal problems that people can equate to their own lives. Ethos is the appeal that says, it makes sense to do this because of all the backing we have from these statistics. This will most likely be represented by, obviously, statistics, facts, or charts. A color appeal is pretty much self-explanatory. It is the use of certain colors or color schemes that invoke feelings or sensations in a particular audience. So now I will show you an advertisement, and I would like you to think about each of these appeals while you watch it. Let's take a look at this lottery advertisement from Massachusetts, courtesy of adsoftheworld.com.
Yes, I'm sitting in wine. It's a 2011 Pinot Noir from the Noir region. Thank you, Remy.
You're welcome, sir.
Of course, we all know the rejuvenating effects of Pinot therapy are quite well documented. What's that, Remy?
It's a speck of cork.
I know what it is.
A New York gentleman spends $28,000 a week on wine to sit in.
I'm so sorry you had to see this.
You'd make a way better rich person.
We fool.
Lotto, making more New Yorkers rich than any other game.
What kind of appeals do you see? When I watch this, I feel jealous and angry of the man that spends his money on that much wine just to bathe in, because I know I could spend that money in much more logical ways. And that is exactly what this advertisement is meant to do. This story of an insanely rich man is the use of an ethos appeal, in which the working class is spiteful of this man and hopes to be that rich one day. When I watch this, I see the color white to symbolize purity, green landscape in the background to symbolize money, and shades of gray and black to show the dullness of the rich man. I also see the ethos appeal when the narrator says, New York State Lotto, making more New Yorkers rich than any other game. So by looking at the social problem of inequality in New York, in which there are some of the wealthiest people and some of the poorest people living there, this is a company's way of siding with the working class and saying, we think you should have this money because you'd spend it properly. So let us give it to you by participating in the New York State Lottery. Okay, now with this in mind, let's look at this advertisement from masslottery.com. And using what you know about the past advertisement, try to point out some other appeals.
Dandelions start to fly. I'm feeling lucky. I'm feeling free. I feel lucky. I feel free. I feel everything's a possibility.
With the lottery's new Lucky for Life, you could win $1,000 a day for life or $25,000 a year for life. And now there are more prizes and more winners. Lucky for Life. It's luck that lasts a lifetime.
This advertisement is meant to appeal to the audience of the general public, in which luck can find anyone. That is the point of this advertisement, that lottery is not biased, that anyone could be lucky enough to win the lottery. So this would be the pathos appeal, in which everyone should participate in the lottery because everyone deserves to win, not just the wealthy and not just the working class. The ethos appeal is when the narrator runs off facts about jackpot prizes and the frequency of winning. The colors used in this advertisement that I saw mainly were green and gold to associate the Massachusetts lottery with money. So what does this mean to you? If you have something that you care about and should be funded, why not try some of these techniques and maybe you can have the next billion-dollar industry that can allocate funds to necessary resources. Thank you for watching.